What's up, YouTube, and welcome to my rebranded channel, NQ Scalper Mom. So I just want to have a more personalized channel. I want to share more of myself with you all. And now that I've cut my corporate ties, I definitely have more time and I'm able to share more of myself. So anyway, more of that to come in future videos, but right now I want to get to today's recap. I've had some laptop problems, so I wasn't able to get out a recap on Friday or yesterday, so I'm trying something new, a workaround to see if I can get this recap out. So we'll just get right to it. I think I already have my chart up for you guys, and basically the trade happened pretty soon after the start of the New York session. So what I have here, just to give you a little context, I usually just have this opening range break indicator here, and basically what it does is it just gives me the opening range for the first hour of the New York session. So it's really the initial balance, high and low. It just kind of shades in that area. So it's not really a specific strategy that I use, but I just kind of have it just as a framework in which to look at market structure. So I just wanted to tell you what that is. But up here, I do have my 9 EMA, which is my gold line. And I have my 21 moving average, which is the red line. This pink line is the VWAP. So basically, we did have an impulse move downward right at the open. And then price did a wonderful little stair step up pullback to the 9 EMA. And with a lot of confluence with the VWAP and the 20 moving average as well. So, I mean, we really had a lot of bounces here. It was a lot of confluence. So, I like to annotate my chart. So, I'm just going to put over here what that was, 9 EMA bounce. I think that's kind of the first thing it was. But I think it was also, I would also say that it was a VWAP bounce. I think we had all of that. And it was also a 21 moving average bounce as well. So just notice how much confluence that is. And it's a wonder when there was that much confluence. Really, all three of these playbooks implemented. And look at the move we had. Wow. Look at that move. That is pretty much unbelievable. Let's see, how many points is that? Let's see if I can tell. Oh yeah, that was, oh goodness. Why? I don't know why it's not telling me how many points it was. But anyway, it would have been about $4,000 if it was on NQ. It was $420 on MNQ. So let's see, how many points would that be? 4,020. I think it's $20 per point divided by 20. So that was about 200 points, y'all. 200 point move. And so to me, what that tells me is when you have so much confluence, when you have that much confluence, that is a time to really put on size. If, just say, if I was, had reached the point where I'm trading regularly. Right now, I'm not. As you know, I'm under the guidance of a trading coach, and he's working on discipline and control with me. So I have very, very specific guidelines in which to trade by. But anyway, I did get a defined setup. Boy, was this a defined setup. It met the criteria for 3 different playbooks or setups. So, but anyhow, as you know, I'm only to trade 1 account per day. I'm only to take 2 trades, not more than 2 trades. And I can only trade 2 micro contracts, and I'm supposed to enter in a very specific way. So I'm supposed to enter with my 2 contracts, and I'm supposed to exit at 1-to-1 for the first contract, and then 2-to-1 for the second contract. So as we can see here, I'm going to try to make this really big so we can see it with my wrist tool. My stop would have been here above my signal bar. What a beautiful signal bar that is. So my entry, the correct entry probably would have been right here. Mine was a little bit right here. So, but still, I think I used this as my, I still use this as, because that was the correct entry, I use that to determine the risk. So that would be 1-to-1. So you see I did get out here at 1-to-1, and then see 26, 50 times 2. So 53, if I move this down to 53, yeah, that's about there. So that's where I exited my second contract. So I did everything correct the way I was supposed to. So I'm very proud of that. So I did that correct. So I guess there's really nothing else to say about it. I did it correctly, and I didn't take any other trades because, as I stated, I'm working under the guidance of a coach. And the most important thing that I do is gain discipline and control. I cut back on my number of trades. I cut back on my addiction to pressing the button and taking too many trades per day. And that's the most important thing I can do. And in the meantime, I'm working on a very specific process for entering and exiting. And so that is what I did today. And honestly, you know what? After I took the first trade and, we had such a big move, I really just didn't even feel like looking for another trade. Which is, for me, that's really good. I just felt like being done. And you know what? Maybe if I spent more of my time actually looking for a trade and waiting for a setup, maybe I would be done more often, because I guess it's easy just to hop in trades or hop into price just willy-nilly. But when you really have to wait and look for a setup, and this thing is just running, and most likely you may not have a setup for a while, guess what? I just went ahead and went about my business. So next, let me go ahead and pull up the Tradezella. Okay, where's my Tradezella? Maybe it's under here already. Yes. Okay, so there's the Tradezella. You see, I only took 1 trade. It was a win. So let me go to my daily journal. Let's look at that so I can mark up everything. Actually, first, let's go back to the trades and let's tag the trades. It's very important to tag your trades, and I go through this exercise because I want you all, whoever's watching, to get in the habit of doing that as well. There's more things I could fill out as well, but I haven't really gotten into filling this out because I feel like tagging my playbooks and my mistakes, those are the most important statistics for me right now. So in terms of the playbook, this was 3 different playbooks. 1 minute goal line, shout out to Bob Anderson. George pullback, which is that's the 20 moving average. The 1 minute gold line, that's the non-EMA. And what else did I have? The VWAP bounce. So it was all of that. So that was a lot of confluence. I don't really think I had any mistakes. I mean, maybe I had a slightly delayed entry, but I mean, given the fact that I'm marketing in, I don't think it was really that bad. So I did that. Now let me go ahead and put my playbook on here. Again, I'm going to add all 3 playbooks because so that was the 9 moving average bounce. It was also George pullback, that's the 20 moving average bounce, and it was a VWAP bounce. So all right, so I did that. I can mark it reviewed. And I don't know if y'all have seen this neat feature, but I'm going to go ahead and show this to you just in case I'm marking that I did meet all of my criteria. I'm going to go ahead and show you the trade replay. This is another thing that you can see that's really nice. I'm going to throw a couple of indicators on here. It really doesn't show the VWAP, but I can put the moving averages on here. I'll put the 2 moving averages. Okay, I'll put the 20 and make that red. And this one, I'll make it gold like mine is. Okay. And let's see, what time was my trade? My trade was at 8:40. 8:40, it was a short. So I can just go here, drag this to that time. All right. Oh, that's 7. I can't see it very well. 8:39. Okay, there we go. So, all right, so we see that the big impulse moved down, and now here it is coming back up. We had our signal bar. I went short, and I got out of one contract here. And did we come down some more? Yeah, we came down some more, and I got out of my other contract. But of course, this thing just kept going. But anyway, that's my trade, and I just wanted you all to see how you can replay your trade. So that was great. Now, let's go back to start my day. I will fill in my journal entry. Okay, so I traded only one account, only used 2 micros. I followed my entry criteria. I followed my exit criteria. So that means that I exited the first contract at 1-to-1 risk and the second contract at 2R. And only traded 2 days, or only 2 trades allowed per day. Today I only traded 1 trade, so that's great. So after the close reflection, okay, what did I learn today? So first of all, I will say, because yesterday, which I did talk about in the video that didn't really record, so today, actually I'll talk about that later. But what did I learn today? I learned that actually waiting for a defined setup makes it easier to take less trades. It's easy to just jump into a trade, but when you are waiting for your defined setup, that takes time and should cause me to take less trades. All right, that is kind of what I learned today, because honestly, after I took that first setup, honestly, I really didn't feel like waiting and looking for another setup, which was good. All right, changes I need to make going forward and work on from today's session. Well, let's see. I think I need to be more focused so that I can get more precise entries. Easy money trade, we had the 21 bounce, 9 EMA bounce, and the VWAP bounce. So, I mean, all of those are in confluence. All right, so how did I do? I did great following the rules. I only took one trade, showing discipline and control on my part. Also, I made sure to use the correct automated strategy that properly set the two targets I needed to follow my exit plan. So that was good, because yesterday I think I didn't do that. I may not have done it Friday either. I think I was really fumbling with that. So what I will do, I will go ahead, and I won't hold y'all for that, but I'll go ahead and attach pictures to this, and I'll send this to my coach so that he can see that I did do what I was supposed to do today. I'm very late doing it, but better late than never. So I do want to encourage all of you to mark up your charts and tag your trades in a software, and do all those things so that you can keep statistics, and you can further define and refine your setups and your playbooks. That's all I have for today. I hope that you all have a happy hump day tomorrow and trade well and trade safely. Catch you on the next video.